Well, we're on a dirty little sail today. It's about 2 days after Thanksgiving, and it's pushing 80 today, supposedly. The reason I say it's a dirty sail is the boat is filthy. We've been quarantined in our COVID hole for months now. Been doing some maintenance on the boat in between. We got new running rigging, which is a nice little thing we didn't think we would be able to worry about. So we also replaced what we call our somewhat self-steering gear. Not really, but it does take the effort out of the weather helm that these Com Pacs are noted for. And in light air like we have today, it's pretty much keeping the boat going in the same direction as it should. Yeah, Linda's down there doing her Christmas shopping.
I'm enjoying the light winds.
Yeah, the last several times we've been out, it's been white-knuckle sailing, as we like to call it. And then the retrieval was worse than the sailing. The boat always behaves itself, but can't say the same thing from trying to get it on the trailer in a crosswind that's about 20 knots. No problems with that today. We finally are up to 2.6, 2.7, and that's about 2 knots faster than we were doing a few minutes ago. But we're getting some wind out here in Boca Ciega Bay. We're near Gulfport, Florida, 2 days after Thanksgiving 2020. Not much going on, but it beats staying at home. This is a better day for the small boats than it is for ours, even though we're not particularly large. All right. Like all sailboats, it complains if you don't pay attention to it. And I was not. See if we can fill up that jib. That's the 135 we have today. We probably could have put the 150 up, but we didn't. That's a lot harder to tack around anyway. We've seen quite a few of these boats coming out of our club going on a cruise. Don't know where they're going. And there's that wind moving me around again. My telltales blew away in one of those many storms we've had this year. So rather than spend the big bucks, that's some old 4-track tape or something. And that does the same work, and if I do lose them, it's not exactly the end of the world. It's amazing how much they help. I do have to make adjustments to the tiller every now and then, but it's doing a good job. We have noticed that it is handy when we're trying to put the sails up under power, but if there's the slightest cross breeze, it doesn't like it. But once you get out and start sailing with it, it's come in very handy. It's a good addition, and it doesn't cost all that much. That's downtown Gulfport. This is after the last, I guess that was a tropical storm. You can see the boats up on the beach, and a couple of them sunk. We were safe on the trailer, though. Well, just to prove me wrong, we sailed almost the entire east-west run on the Boca Ciega Bay, and really haven't had to make any adjustment on my alleged self-steering mechanism. I didn't invent this, by the way. It's actually the company that used to own it sold out to a company that specializes in Catalina 22s. So we had to adapt it from there. I'm sorry?
What's the name of the company?
I forgot. That's an odd name for a company, I know, because but you don't forget it. I'll have to look that up. We'll stick it in there because it does help, but I don't really rely on it to steer the boat. I just rely on it to take away some of the effort, especially in the higher winds. Now, I straighten that out. We need to get some kind of organizer for this because these the new halyards we got are long on purpose because I wanted to have access to them from the tiller, and while that works, they do tend to get a little messy. I'm sure they make something that would work for that. We just haven't found it yet.
I think a hanging bag would be good.
A hanging bag, or I know you can get stuff that'll hang off the lifelines strap. I think I saw them at one of the marine places.
If you had a hanging bag, it could actually be a backrest.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the ones that hang on the lifelines are kind of good because they're out of the way. You really don't use these. Well, we got almost 2 knots. Not bad. We're getting near the end of the bay. I don't want to get out into the intercoastal waterway because that's where the crazies are. All right, let's see. The boat tells you when you're not paying attention. But I think what we're going to do next is do a one-arm tack. Well, that's not going to work. I need 3 arms.
You said you're tacking?
Yep.
You're standing on the line?
Oh, good. See, if I stand on the line, that makes it harder for you to do, and then my job is done. We do need a back window. We are back-winded. Take her across.
I'm not used to doing it standing up.
Well, standing up and backwards.
Exactly.
This is a trial. If you can't do several things at the same time, then you're not a sailor.
It's a good thing I set my stuff down just about the time you said I can't do this.
It doesn't have to be real tight.
Is that good?
Let it out.
Make it tighter.
Yeah, let it out a little. We're not racing.
Good. Guess we would have lost that race.
We always do. Only 1-1.
That's because the other person defaulted.
Defaulted. He ran into the committee boat and tried to sink the darn thing. We're the only one left. So attrition counts in our racing strategy.
Warm down there.
Yeah, I thought so. Rescue the old dog, huh?
Yeah, and alleviate seasickness.
I'll tell you what.
It doesn't have a regular motion. It's just kind of.
Well, with all the power boats out here today, it's creating some chop, especially down on the east side of the bay there when I tacked. You know, there were 3-foot waves, but they were coming from all directions at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the good old Com Pac here just blasted through them. Didn't bother them at all.
When there's a 10-knot wind, you have a
Yeah, some motion.
direct motion.
Had very little of that. Very little of that.
But if you had a bag here that hung from there. And the bottom of it right there, you could stick this down in and have the blue one right beside it. Just be a 2-pocket bag.
Yeah, it would be kind of a cushion there. I don't think that would get in the way now.
It wouldn't be that bulky.
Yeah, even when we run the storm jib, that goes through that eye loop there. Yeah.
And you can still drop it in that bag.
Yeah.
I don't think the line on that one is long either.
No, it isn't. Yeah, it doesn't work, I guess, to hang them on the lifeline just because it'll be in the way of the jib adjustment.
And the person walking forward. I guess depending on where you put it.
Yeah, so that's not going to work, but the bag would, so that's something we should do.
Either that or...
No, but still, you got line running along. If you put it back there...
Get the track ends right where my elbow is.
Yeah.
So if we hung something here, it might work.
But then you
could reach it from the tiller.
Right, well... decisions.
Yeah, we should think about it a little bit, but I was thinking up here it would be hard for the person at the tiller to reach it.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Well, that would still be out of the way of things. You'd just have a single line running along.
Yeah,
right. There
where we're sitting.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that
maybe
bulky or anything.
Yeah.
And I think it should still be a 2-pocket thing, so they don't.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do believe they make them. I'll just have to search and see who's got one. Just for the record, I had that all nicely laid out on the deck below the compass. So they would be you wouldn't have to trip over it, and it would be readily available. Yeah, no, you seem to have done got a new job there. Yeah. I just keep thinking about some of those really rough days when we want to drop the sail quickly and don't really want to go too far forward to do it.
Could clip it there, or you could clip it here. You could just pull the clip up, move it to where you want it.
Yeah.
I like that. I think I should design this.
Most of the you can do that. Most of the time, the normal time is a matter of just going back in where we drop them out here, and it's not any big crises going on.
Right, unless you want to switch out to the storm jib, then you got to bring the jib down, and you got to bring it down rather quickly because you've got stormy weather.
Oh, look at that! They're going to miss us. How about that?
Miss us.
That's that island junket thing where.
Has that been bothering you earlier?
Well, it's just if you're anywhere near that guy, you get a heck of a.
Oh yeah, he does kind of create a few waves and splash.
Yeah, they're going out to the Gulf, and there's one of the islands there that they all stop at. There's probably a couple hundred people there on a day like this.
Is that Shell Key that they go to?
Yeah, on Shell Key. But we're in a good part of the bay.
They've got a pretty good load. Not exactly socially distant.
Yeah, look at that. There, you can't really see it, I don't suppose. They're not social distancing. Well, that's what we noticed coming down. The shopping centers are packed. But being in Florida like this, that's completely...
Parking lots are packed.
Parking lots are packed. Yeah, you don't catch us in a shopping center. You'd be able to tack behind him now if you had to.
Yeah, but if we do that far, I think we'd have to take the sail, move the sail.
Yeah, but you got you're still a ways away from the fleet up there.
It's one to the left when I go this far. When I aim this direction, the jib is lefting.
Oh.
So I think the wind.
Yeah, you can kind of look at the flag and then look at where they're pointing. Yeah, this is a lot better than trying to go around the bow. Yeah, if you just hold your course.
Yeah, I just don't want to drift into the other one, but
I don't think you
I
will.
think we should be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could even fall off more.
Yeah. That's what,
You'll get a
I
better.
originally thought of doing, was going between those two.
Yeah, you'll get a better speed.
Yeah. I like that angle better. The boat likes that angle better.
Well, if the boat likes it, then you better listen to the boat. Okay, you're gonna go right in between these two guys, right?
Yeah. Plenty of room. It's like that guy smacked into something. Look at his bow.
Oh yeah, pretty serious crash there. Yeah, it worked out real good. Makes a big difference when you have some wind. Lunch on the HideAway. Usually we try to get have pizza the night before, but since this was Thanksgiving and all, now we got turkey sandwiches, I think. Is that turkey? Or am I a turkey? I keep getting them confused. Yep.
Turkey and chicken.
Yep. Traditional Thanksgiving. Back in the days when the kids were here and we had our sea pearl, that's usually where Thanksgiving was on our sea pearl, out on some island around here.
And I just set it down and reached for the line.
Well, you can't eat a sandwich and come about at the same time?
But it would be a little rougher.
Wasn't paying attention. What was that?
I said, you're supposed to be at the helm while I eat.
I'm sitting right here, right by the helm.
Oh.
See? See? Right here? Right by the helm. It's pretty much doing its thing, though.
Except now and then it doesn't. It's nice that we know what to expect these days.
Heading home. And here comes a bevy of power boaters. Take this guy head on.